Hey guys, welcome back to Vapor Rhino. You asked, and here it is. So today we're going to employ the extraction kit on the Vapor Rhino 3-in-1 system to clean this Dodge Dakota front seat. Now as you can see, the seat is pretty trashed. So you're going to walk you through it, you're going to see us do the process. It's really simple, and I tell you what, I think this system is far better than your typical wet extractor. So instead of having to go out and spend $1,000 to $2,000 on a separate extraction system for detailing, you can use your vapor steam cleaner, your Vapor Rhino 145 PSI vapor steam cleaning system. And the results are fantastic, and you use a fraction of the water. Instead of 1 gallon a minute, this thing uses closer to 1 to 3 gallons of water an hour in upholstery mode. So let's take a look at that right now, and thanks for coming in, and thanks for watching. Alright, so the process is really simple. What we're going to do is we're going to pre-treat with our favorite upholstery cleaner, whatever you like. There's a lot of stuff over the counter, stuff you can buy online, so we're not getting into specifics with that because it's not the most important part. But you pre-treat with your upholstery cleaner, spray it on the fabric. You're going to come back with our 3-hole attachment and a horsehair brush. You can use the triangle or the round. You can even use a nylon brush if you like, but I like the horsehair better. You can see that 3-hole pattern there. That's an adjustable brush. When you turn that brush head, it either comes out with 3 directions like you see there, or you spin it again, it comes out the center in a spiraling pattern, and that's a more intense hot heat. You can use either one you like. The center one is hotter because it doesn't mix with the atmosphere as much. The 3 jets spread the steam out a little bit. Either way works great though. The idea here is you're activating that chemical, you're breaking mechanical and chemical bonds of the dirt and the stains that are on the seat, and you're agitating at the same time. So you're using the heat, the moisture, and you're agitating. This is dry steam mode only, and this is about 1 gallon of water an hour in this particular mode, so it's very, very dry. So we're just trying to loosen up the dirt before we use the extractor head. And by the way, today we're working with a 230 volt Vapor Rhino. It's a real powerhouse, as you can see. There's a ton of steam coming out of here, and it's got a very, very consistent flow too. And by the way, if you have to go back, go ahead and go back, but look at all that dirt coming out of the seat. That was a ton of dirt coming out of the seat. So the process again is you're going to spray a little chemical on it, and if you don't want to use chemical, that's okay too. Just use the brush and do the scrubbing down of the seat in dry steam mode, and come back and use water. So you can go chemical free on this, and it cleans the vast majority of seats and stains out very, very well. But if you need to, or if you just want to speed the job up, if your customers don't care, spritz a little chemical on there, a little upholstery cleaner, and have at it. So the process again is you pre-treat, you scrub down with the steam brush, you come back with a hot water and steam extractor, then you do a final pass with either a little bit of steam if you think you need more, and turning the hot water injector off if you think you need a little more passes, and or you just turn off all the flow. In other words, you let go of the button and you just start dragging the tool over the seat to extract all the moisture. So you want to leave that seat as dry as possible, and this will leave your seats drier than traditional wet extractors. And the simple reason is you're using less water. I mean, I have to do the calculations, and I haven't really done it yet. So when you think about it, one of the most common brands in the market uses about 1 gallon of water a minute. This uses closer to 2 gallons an hour, so it's a huge difference. Just to touch up that little bit with the steam brush. Now look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely great results. Fast, efficient, environmentally friendly. Vapor Rhino does it all. Look at that beautiful, beautiful results. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to clean the rest of that seat now and give you the finished product. Again, the process is pre-treat if you want to. You don't really have to. And pre-scrub with the steam, and then use your extractor head to clean it up. But we're going to end up extracting that entire thing. So keep that in mind. The extractor kit, I think, it just rounds off the kit incredibly, but you can do a large portion of the upholstery in most cars without having to use your vacuum set, without having to use the extractor. This just makes it all so much more efficient, and it really, really does provide for that truly deep clean. Not just cleaning the surface dirt off, but getting that deep down dirt that's in the fibers and in the fabric and in the cushions. Now, one other note: traditional extractors put a lot of water into the seat. And if you leave too much water in the seat, what happens is an effect called wicking. The idea is you have a stain in the cushion underneath the seat, and it gets wet with the wet extractor, not our extractor, but the wet extractor. And since it's wet, you walk away, it looks absolutely beautiful. But over time, next hour or so, as it dries, the stain puddles back up, pulls itself back up, or wicks back up, and the stain reappears. So your job is done, you walk away, hand it to the customer, and they call back 3-4 hours later, my stain is back. So you mostly avoid that, especially if you use the tool right. You can 100% avoid wicking with the Vapor Rhino. So the Vapor Rhino extractor set has so many advantages. Process, you want to take a nice clean microfiber towel and work the fabric. You know, it kind of conditions it, makes it look really, really good. And that seat is fairly dry. Now it's still wet, there's still moisture on it, but it's not wet like if you used a traditional extractor. In a little while, that's going to dry real nice, and it's going to be ready for the customer within the hour. But this is the upholstery extraction kit on the 3-in-1 Vapor Rhino 145 PSI vapor steam cleaning system in action. Super simple, super effective. We are proud to introduce the Vapor Rhino 3-in-1 mobile detail system. We're so excited. Our new extracting package is performing far better than ever expected. The footage you're about to see and are seeing right now is just self-explanatory. Superheated steam extraction works, period. It's a great system, using anywhere from 1 to 5 gallons of water an hour, as opposed to most wet extractors, which use approximately 1 gallon a minute, maybe even half a gallon a minute if you have a dry extractor. And that's dry. So ours is using a gallon on up to 5 gallons of water per hour. That is dry, man. It's a fantastic system. And you can see the results here when we're extracting the dirt like nothing else. Vapor Rhino 3-in-1. We're very proud of this system. Putting the end user above profit. We believe that the best business model is the win-win model. A situation where both you and the client benefit. This goes for you in your detail business, your janitorial business, or whatever it is. But it also goes for us here at Vapor Rhino. That is the why behind why we put a separate vacuum source on the Vapor Rhino rather than a piggyback system. You see, we could have piggybacked a special high-cost vacuum to the back of the Vapor Rhino and charged a whole lot more for it and made more money on the replacement parts, but we didn't. And we did this for several reasons. Reason number one, dependability. No more complex integrated circuitry to fail. That's important. Right? This is not a complicated integrated circuit system. It is two separate systems working together. 2, no loss of power during extraction. This is critical too, by the way. Traditionally, most dual mount systems have to sacrifice power to one of the heating elements to allow you to activate the vacuum, because the vacuum takes a fair amount of power. Not so here. Vapor Rhino keeps chugging along at full power even while extracting, simply because your shop vac is plugged into a totally different power source than your Vapor Rhino. 3, this is a very important reason as well. Just goes along with dependability, but for a slightly different reason than in the complex integrated circuitry. As we said before, there's no integrated circuitry and no high-priced replacement vacuum systems required. Remember, you have a piggyback system, and your vacuum burns out and you can't fix it yourself or something, you're going to have to get that specialty vacuum that's going to mount there and that it plugs into and has everything that matches. Not so here. So if you have your vacuum hooked up to the Vapor Rhino 3-in-1 system, your reliability is awesome because you have the machine, you have the vacuum never burns out. It's just a standard vacuum. And by the way, you can even use the suction from your old extractor. Plug your old extractor, 1.5-inch hose, right into the back of the Rhino, or get an adapter for a 2-inch hose or whatever you have. Plug it in, great suction source. So yep, you could have piggybacked the vac and charged more for the whole system and made more money on parts and replacement vacuums in the future. But we figure making the Vapor Rhino ultra dependable and versatile is a win-win for us. It's to win the trust and respect of our end users, you guys, the people we care about, in the long run. This, for everybody, is a win-win. As our name grows and you guys like our products and you can see how great they are, and I really think it's a fantastic product, probably one of those fantastic products on the market. Ultra portable system, a complete huge accessory package. It's a 3-in-1 system. You can do wet, this is an deep upholstery extraction. You can do dry vapor steaming. You can do wet soap steam cleaning. So you can use it as a wet steamer as well. But you can also take the tools we have here and you can clean upholstery without the extraction system. There are so many ways to do it. Watch our videos, you'll see what to do. And of course, you have the whole range of potential uses, from the janitorial business to the automotive detail business to the mobile car wash systems to cleaning machine parts in factories and food processing plants, you name it. The Vapor Rhino is truly versatile. We're very proud of the system, and I hope you like the footage here. This is an introduction to the new 3-in-1 system, and we thank you for listening. More to come.